The play sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Abuka racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. Of course, the door for Maher was opened after a little bit of a surprise move. The Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year.
Yeah, Maher took over in the preseason. He's from Nebraska via the Canadian Football League where he kicked for 4 years. And I saw him personally make 2 game-winning field goals last season against Detroit and in Atlanta.
This is taken at his 4.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Come on.
Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
All right, 180. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. On the toss, it's Gurley. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader. And quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing. And let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real. And it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP time.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. He stayed afloat for a second there after the first wave of contact, but that was going nowhere.
Yeah, what did he tell us in pregame? I just don't want to get my feet stopped initially when I'm trying to make a run. That's exactly what happened there. Unfortunately, as you noted, got away a little bit from the first one, but the wave swarmed him under.
Like 20. 55.
They'll try the air now with Gone. He's got Green. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The last two plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Delayed give, Goff to Gurley. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. And Zuerlein's kick is good. Zuerlein, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really hurt the Saints fans on that one, didn't you?
Sorry.
They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate, 87% in 2018.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Check, check, check. Check it backer, check it backer.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Elliott. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6.
Here we go. Watch the run, watch the run. Hatchet. Check. Lucky. Switch. Shift. Alert flare. There you go, going to 53. Tighten up. 26.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Complete to Jason Witten. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. From the pistol, here's Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go. Yes, Mike. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Jim. Kill.
26. On 2nd and 12, Prescott. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check 4. Slam. Watch the safety creep. Here we go. Going to 54. Lions. Here we go, 46.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He sets to fire deep. It's caught inside the 25. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A big play here for Dallas. 42 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
58 to Mike. Rip left. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. We're going to 54. Right here. Check 50. 26.
Here's Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Jared Goff, 4 times last year, he led the Rams on a 4th quarter comeback. He obviously didn't do it in Super Bowl 53, but can he do it here? A nice run there by Gurley on 1st down as he'll get about 7 out of it. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Gurley. Fighting through it, he's got space. And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the post, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Go.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Down to lose 1. Attack. SOS. I said we're going to 53. 47. Switch. 26.
Prescott. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
The Cowboys on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 11.
Check three. Kill. Hey, turn it up. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Check your hot read.
Prescott to throw, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game, because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead, he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And that one goes out of bounds, and let's see here. They're going to walk this back to the 40-yard line. So it all rests now on the right foot of Brett Maher. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So it all rests now on the right foot of Brett Maher. This from long, very long range. And this one is no good. He missed it. But a flag is down here, so hold on. Let's see what this is about. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this one is right through. And it'll be a good time in Big D tonight. The Cowboys have won it. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Dallas, the final 2 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with the win. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.